Welcome back to The Vocalist. Today I am hearing the band Volbeat for the first time, so we are starting with the song A Warrior's Call. Here we go.
Let's get ready to rumble. Feel the fires into the rear. It's nice and only know how to win. The stage is fighting, we're breaking into. You will feel all his power. The waking warrior make contest the will of brand is nail in the back of your head. Yeah, you feel the floor again. Unleashing his hell, you will not even hear the bell. Maybe you're strong, but you don't stand a chance. Feel the power of a warrior. Fight, 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 fight. Let's get ready to rumble. Fight, 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 fight. Breaking your bones. On a warrior with a code. A champion filling your face with a fist. You will feel all his power. The waking warrior make contest the will of brand is nail in the back of your head. Yeah, you feel the floor again. Unleashing his hell, you will not even hear the bell. Maybe you're strong, but you don't stand a chance. Feel the power of a warrior. Fight, 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 fight. Let's get ready to rumble. Fight, 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 fight. A gladiator's left and hold. Fight, 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 fight.
I have to pause here. There's so much happening. Let me go back. I never have my phone nearby. Hold on. I want to look up genre and whatnot. Okay, the brief overview I'm getting is they're a Danish rock band. They play a fusion of rock and roll and heavy metal. And then some genres listed include metal, groove metal, and rock, which I find very interesting. We'll get to it, and it repeats, but that section where it almost feels like a swing beat was really interesting to me. So back to the beginning. Sorry, you guys know, I love when silence is utilized in such a powerful way. And so that just sort of freeze moment at the very beginning here, I love that. If you guys know, please put in the comments what instrument I'm hearing. It sounds like some sort of horn, but I don't know what it would be. It kind of reminds me of High Lung when we listen to them, just the use of different instruments that, I don't know, just create this really unique sound.
Let's get ready to rumble. Feel the fires into the rear. It's nice and only know how to win.
He has such an interesting voice, and I imagine there's some sort of effect happening right now to give that, I don't know if it's an added reverb that I'm hearing or what, but that slight spatial echo-y quality Let me start again when he comes in.
Let's get ready to rumble. Feel the fires into the rear.
Even though there's a lot of straight tone, even though I imagine he has a lot of power, it feels very subdued, very controlled, like he's not blasting at 110%.
I said only know how to win. The state is trying to bring you into. You will feel all his power. The working warrior make contest the will of brand is nailed in the back.
His placement alters quite a bit as well. We get those nice widespread sounds, but then we get that sort of covered effect as well.
The state is trying to bring you into. You will feel all his power. The working warrior make contest the will of brand is nailed.
I get the groove metal definition or like label just because, yeah, it's got this nice groove to it.
In the back of your head, yeah, you feel the floor again. Unleashing his hell, you will not even hear the bell. Maybe you're strong, but you don't stand a chance. Feel the power of a warrior. Fight, 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 fight. Let's get ready to rumble. Fight, 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 fight. Breaking your bones. On a warrior with a code.
There are just a lot of elements, even though this song does feel cohesive. But just now, his speech / singing was so fast, like it resembled like some elements of rap. And then just having that shout, the fight shout, I think there's just, I don't know, you could almost, I am envisioning so many different songs from so many different genres that this one piece is sort of reminding me of, I guess. And so it's interesting how they tied all of these elements into one.
Jam your feeling your face with a fist. You will feel all his power. The wacky warrior make contest the will of brand is nailed in the back of your head. Yeah, you feel the floor again. Unleashing his hell, you will not even hear the bell. Maybe you're strong, but you don't stand a chance.
Even though it's got that rock, what am I thinking of? Maybe like rockabilly or that groove, that sort of swing feel. His vocals are very streamlined. There isn't a lot of bounce in his sound. It feels just like laser focused, one straight shot throughout the entire phrase. So that's an interesting contrast to what we're hearing in the music.
The back of your head, yeah, you feel the floor again. Unleashing his hell, you will not even hear the bell. Maybe you're strong, but you don't stand a chance. Feel the power of a warrior. Fight, 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 fight. Let's get ready to rumble. Fight, 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 fight. A gladiator's left and hold. Fight, 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 fight. Feel the pain tomorrow. Behold, here comes the soul. Believe that he was born to be the chosen one. The call is for a warrior. His name will echo on the sea and on the ground. Feel the fires into the
I love a good transition. I know next to nothing about mixing and effects and all of that. There are qualities in his sound right now that remind me of like that auto-tune sound, which is why I feel like they added something on top of his vocals to create this sound. I don't know. The reason I bring this up, I know auto-tune and pitch correction, all these things are very hot topics in the music industry. This sound that we're hearing right now, I feel is like what it should be used for, to create some sort of interesting quality that the human voice cannot produce on its own. that it's no different than, you know, when you, instead of playing an actual piano, you use something that, like a keyboard to play the same notes, but you can get a different effect. You can get a harpsichord, or you can get, I don't even know what I'm thinking of, something that feels a little bit more electronic, you know, using the instrument and your skill, but then taking advantage of technology to create something different. Again, I don't know what they did to his voice. It might not be auto-tune, it might be something else. Where we are in his range and just what I'm hearing, it doesn't sound like an auto-tune would be like correcting his pitch or working on intonation. It just sounds like a cool added effect. So, but again, I don't know. If he does make these sounds without, I would love to know how. Like, it's such an, again, I'm hearing the space, the shift in placement. I'm hearing all of that, but there's just that added little sprinkle of echo that I can't quite put my finger on, which is why I'm assuming it's some sort of effect. And it's not throughout the whole song. I'll also mention that. In some moments it seems a little bit more prominent than others, like just now when he went up to those high notes. Not so much there. Now that's a great example of the contrast. Like, we got that really nice, deep, covered sound, and then right after that, the following phrase, it just seemed so natural. Feel the fire set to the rear. It's nice and only know how to wear. The stage is follow will bring you to. You will feel all his power. The white team over your make you dance the wheel of pen is there in the back of your head. You feel the floor again. Unleashing his hell, you will not even hear the bell. Maybe you're strong, but you don't stand a chance. Feel the power of a warrior. Fight, 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 fight. Let's get ready to rumble. Fight, 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 fight. A gladiator's left and hold. Fight, 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 fight. Feel the pain tomorrow. Behold, here comes the soul. Let me back that up to that change. As I'm listening, the other fun thing I love about this song is the text and the music, they go together, but they also kind of don't. You know, when you think about any sort of fighting, you think something, I imagine it would be, the song would be much harsher. I'm trying to find the right words. There would just be more angst and more edge. And so I like that they're taking this text, but pairing it with something that does have a groove, something that, while yes, there is intensity, there's fluctuation with that. And I think it's just an interesting take, an interesting approach to these lyrics. I know this is a music video and we're only getting clips of his singing, but just his posture and how still he is throughout, it makes me believe that in addition to the sounds I'm hearing, he's using incredible air utilization. I think he's using a lot of air, but he's also maintaining really nice press on the chords, so it feels kind of restrained, even though there's just a lot of power behind the sound. Let me... Like, almost as if there's just this added back pressure in the way he's singing. And part of that also, as he went higher, he didn't shift the sound incredibly far forward. So we're not getting the same sort of ring and brightness that we hear from a lot of singers when they start ascending. So that, I mean, the sound's got to go somewhere, right? But it's because we're still hearing those high notes, it's matching what came before it, because I think he's keeping the sound in a slightly, for the most part, it sounds like he's keeping it in the same place. He's not allowing that to shift super far forward. This might be a big ask, because I know for a lot of musicians, what I'm about to ask is not really their jam. But if they've ever done something slightly more acoustic, I would love to hear that. Mostly so that I can sort of zone in on his vocals. Given what I just heard, I don't know, that might not be like something they enjoy doing, because they do so many great things with the instruments and with this rock sound. But yeah, just to hear his voice sort of without everything else, because like I mentioned, I know so little about mixing and what people are doing these days, and so it sounded like there was some kind of effect on his voice, but I have no idea. Other than that, the song was a lot of fun, just because there was a lot of variety, and yet it had a nice mellow groove to it, despite them being, rock/metal. I like the containment in this sound, and I'm gonna say in this sound because I don't know what else they do. So yes, I will be listening to more, but for now, I think that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for this recommendation and for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.